As she confidently bragged to classmate Bam Bam, the result showed 2 out of 25. But that's her best score yet. The others, mostly zeros. The teacher called her a fool. Classmates laughed she failed an IQ test. Her parents grumbled her homework was a bomb, unaware of what ONE-Gamma-S world was truly like. In that fantasy world, numbers soared like superheroes, and letters sang, danced, and created mirror tricks. So, she wrote ground as B and B as D. No, her pen wasn't playing pranks. She had a congenital reading disorder. Even geniuses like Einstein and Da Vinci faced struggles, and Yishang was actually a hidden genius too. Her IQ was exceptional, imagination boundless. Puzzles. Easy as drinking water, she solved them swiftly. Her artwork left even her art teacher in awe, but thanks to her reading disorder, life was one bumpy ride. One day, her classmates asked her to toss a ball back, but with her perception blurred, she launched it right over the wall. This move drew insults and shoves, but Cyrillic letter 4BB Gamma fought back fiercely. Her petite frame vs. muscle band fuzz left her bruised, too scared to go home and tell. Because she knew Dad would blame her without asking why, she went to the rooftop and let the tears pour. As dusk fell, darkness cloaked her in despair, but just when she mustered the courage to head home, the other side decided to play the blame game first. Unsurprisingly, her dad slapped her without letting her explain a word. Yishang had to calmly endure Dad's fury, using an I-know-nothing look to ease his rage. But Dad didn't calm down. Instead, he threatened to send her to boarding school, leaving Cyrillic letter 4BB Gamma panicked. She could endure all, but leaving family terrified her. So she stopped explaining and explored her inner garden. After feeling defeated at home, school was no cakewalk either. The next day, she got called out for her dirty shoes and was kicked out of English class for stumbling through the reading. After enduring the never-ending 40 minutes, little did she know the next math class would be a total roller coaster. Reminded by classmates, she recalled her unfinished homework. Worse, she gave the math task needing a parent's signature to 2 friends as dinner. Classmates laughed, saying she was doomed. Yishang's eyes dulled, panic rising. Staring at her bag, she chose to end the day's torture early. Lost in thought, she wandered aimlessly on the sidewalk, surrounded by dazzling shops and bustling crowds. She watched the painters laboriously scale the grey and white rooftops, saw pristine snow like ice turn colourful in those grimy hands. She saw bulldozers heave thick dirt, felt the sea breeze, and as dusk fell, autumn's scent enveloped her. Smoke wisps mingled with the past as time slipped away. Some laughed and mingled, others were hard at work, while some fell asleep, others soared in cars. Still, that blissful day was her happiest. After returning home, Yishang painted the day's beauty with cheap paint and asked her brother to forge a note. But the next day, that little note was discovered by Dad, and boom, her day of wandering was totally blown. She could only stay silent, but this was no ordinary silence. It earned her a classic dad slap tutorial. Though parents took her to school to apologize, the teacher complained she saw books as foes and writing as punishment. Classmates who didn't focus disrupted the class, scoring zeros on every test. The principal flat out said that Cyrillic letter 4BB Gamma had some serious IQ issues and suggested sending her to a special school. On the way home, her mom was heartbroken. Having sacrificed her job for Cyrillic, Mom tried hard to tutor, but it was like casting pearls before swine. Dad insisted it was just Ethan's poor attitude. At night, she contacted a strict tech school, said to tame any unruly kid. Upon hearing, Yishang gave his dad a defiant look for the first time. School had already crushed her spirit, and now her last refuge was disappearing. No matter how much she begged, her steely dad still dropped her off right outside the school. A car carrying family warmth drove away, leaving helpless Ethan wandering alone at dusk, tears welling in her eyes, loneliness and loss intertwined. Growing up, she knew this was abandonment clouds carried off songs, rushing waters her innocence. Her laughter no longer echoed, her frozen movements felt like time stood still, and her former self seemed drowned in sorrow's depths. At night, she sat on her bed, reminiscing about days, yet those lost beauties only brought her heart-wrenching sorrow. Meanwhile, on the sleepless night, her mother browsed Ethan's sketchbook, seeing him drift away until he vanished. As a mother, she longed to help, but was helpless. Due to her vision problems, she couldn't even tie a basic tie. What awaited her next were relentless insults and escalating punishments, alongside her classmates' ruthless laughter. Each blow chipped away at her self-esteem, leaving it in tatters. From that moment on, her problems only deepened. Letters danced menacingly on the blackboard. Numbers boasted wildly on her paper. Knowledge points from textbooks morphed into countless tiny spiders launching an attack on her. Her docile nature faded under constant pressure, replaced by a volatile, gloomy personality. One day, her parents came to visit, but she locked the door, retreating into her own turmoil. They chose to leave just when she needed their love the most. Late concern doubled her pain. She ran endlessly, like an eternal pilgrim seeking a non-existent temple. When her soul lost its spark, rain was left to dribble whispers from the depths of her heart. At that moment, her fragile heart was battered and worn until she finally stopped running away. Mom suggested taking her out, but she still showed no expression. Even the watercolors from her brother failed to excite her. That night, Yishang remained silent, quietly staying by her mother's side. Tomorrow brings a fresh start, and if you loved this story, don't forget to subscribe to our channel.